Okay. Hello, everybody again. It's 4 o'clock and 4 minutes in Italy. 1 hour later for some of our partners in this Erasmus Plus project. We are running since quite a long time because this is a project that is going to approach its end at the beginning of next year. I would like to welcome all the attendees that decided to register for this webinar. I think it, and I hope, of course, it could be a quite interesting event for all of you. Media literacy is the focus of this project, and we consider media literacy as a key factor to keep on being a role model for your children. This means that this is a project that is focused, of course, on media literacy, and it is dedicated to parents with children and teens, anyway, very young people in school age time. And we decided to create this event just because we like to give you a general overview of what the project could provide during this first part of its life. And mainly just because we, the partners, we created some tools that are developed for parents just to become maybe familiar with media literacy, because parents have to be familiar with media literacy because they need to be a role model for their children. So the aim of the project is anyway to go closing the gap that very often exists between parents and children, because children are native digital native, while parents that are a bit older are not normally so familiar, and it's possible, and data statistics say that it happens very often. It's really difficult for parents to understand what their children do online, and it's difficult in this way to check and to have a control over the eventual risks that these children may incur on when they are doing something online. I say doing something because we know that young pupils have several different activities where they are online through their devices. But as a general rule, we know that they like playing online games, they like go on social media, they like creating some content, digital content, but sometimes they are not aware of this. They write things, they publish images and so on, and this can create problems for these children and for their families too. So the project really lies to give these tools for parents, because in this way we think and we hope that these parents may go on being a role model for their children. That's the general introduction about our project. Just a quick note to tell all of our audience that we are recording this event, this webinar, just because as a project we need to give a proof to the European authorities that we are really developing this activity. It's true that it was anyway foreseen as an online activity. But anyway, the COVID situation all over Europe made all the partners of all the Erasmus Plus project shift their activity from the face-to-face modality to the online one. And so anyway, for the management we are having for this project in these years, we need anyway at the end to provide some proof of what we are doing. And anyway, it's important for us to maintain some reminder of what we are doing, also because our activity in this project may remain important and maybe can be replicated in other situations, just to go on giving information about these tools for the project. Okay, I think that I have no other thing to tell you. I would please our partners to open their microphones if they want to say hello, but anyway, I'm going to introduce them. I hope that the audience is in this moment is seeing on the screen all of us, and I have to beg your pardon and to my partners pardon, because it will be hard for me probably to pronounce their surname more than the names. So I will limit myself to say only the names because they are quite easy, while the surnames aren't, and my pronunciation would result probably incorrect. Anyway, from Poland, we have a Map of Passions Foundation that is the coordinator of this project, and we have together with us Joanna Zila on the left for your screen if you are seeing. Okay, hello Joanna, if you want to open your mic, you know how to do. And on her side, Anna, and I really go on not pronouncing the surname. She will do later on if she likes. And then from Greece, on the right, we have Zoe from IDEC, that's an organization based in Piraeus in Greece, nearby Athens. And then just below, hello, we can hear your voice, Zoe, thank you. Below we have Aria, I try, Krauchenberg. I hope it was more or less
Valerio.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
But,
good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks a lot. She is from a European Parents Association based in Brussels, but it's anyway probably the most important parents association in Europe, and gathering many local parents associations all over Europe, Italy included. And at her side, we have Effie, that is from a partner that is working with us from Cyprus, and it's Emphasis. And Effie is together with Kristalla. Hello, Effie. Kristalla is below her.
Hi.
Both of them are working on behalf of Emphasis, while on the left, Gergana is from Bulgaria. And she is from E-Academy, and she will maybe introduce herself some more if she prefers later on. And last but not least, on the right, Luisa. Luisa is working on behalf of Heart and Solutions. It's company, a very technological company that is based, tell me, Luisa, if I'm wrong, but you are from Cyprus, but you have always some premises in Greece. Anyway, for our project, you are a Cyprian partner. Okay, of course, I forgot myself. I don't want to forget myself. My name is Valerio Cipolli. Maybe you can see my name on the screen. I work on behalf of European Digital Learning Network, therein, that's to say, an Italian organization based in Milan, who is the organizer of this webinar. I think that now is the time to give the floor to the first partner that will give us her presentation. So I leave the floor to Anna from Map of Passions Foundation. Anna, if you open your microphone, if it isn't yet, I don't know, try to tell us something, please.
Yes, hello everybody.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, the floor is yours. Thanks a lot.
Yes, please give me the presenter rights so I can share my presentation with all of you.
Sure, I will do it immediately if you want to start it now. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You should now see my screen.
Yeah, we see your screen. Everything is okay.
So I will just tell you a few words about our project, Media Literacy for Parents. Just a few details before we start to talk and to show the results that we have achieved so far. The project, the project started in November 2019. The end date, well, it will probably not end in October this year, but in the beginning of the next year. Because of the COVID, so we had to make it a bit longer. We got financed from the Erasmus Plus program, so the European funds. And these are all the partners of the project. So Valerio has already talked about them. The Map of Passions Foundation, which is our organization from Poland. Then we have Emphasis from Cyprus, therein from Italy, EPA, European Parents Association, which is based in Belgium, but actually it's a pan-European organization, e-Business Academy from Bulgaria, Hearthand Solutions from Cyprus, and IDEC from Greece. So we have 6 different languages in the project, which is also very interesting and challenging. The aim of the project is to support parents in developing their media literacy competences. So show how to be safe and protect children from dangers, different types of dangers that you may encounter when you use media in different ways, and also how to manage media time and content. This is very general, but obviously I don't want to show here details of all the program that we have prepared, just the general idea, because as Valeria said at the beginning, we feel that a lot of activities about media literacy are addressed to schools or directly to youngsters, but there are not so many addressed to parents, and there is a gap because parents not necessarily have learned at school how to use media. So, and now they should also take care about their children. So that's the gap that we see, and this is the purpose. The background of the project. Now, for whom? Well, as I said, the project is mainly addressed to parents, but also to parents' schools. But of course, there are other actors possibly interested in media literacy, like schools, NGOs, culture centers, municipalities, and other institutions and entities that are aware of the importance of media literacy and want to help parents to make their children safer and their lives better. What we produce within the project. First of all, the training program in media literacy for parents. We have prepared 3 levels, basic, intermediate, and advanced. Each of them composed of 5 sessions of 2 hours. And all the training program will be available in English, Polish, Italian, Greek, Bulgarian, and French. So lots of possibilities. Today webinar is held in English, but then you'll have opportunity to use your national languages for the training program and for other tools. The second very important product that we are preparing within the project is the web app Meli for Parents, digital web application in 6 languages, the same 6 that I mentioned a minute ago. So it offers various activities, resources related to media literacy for parents. It's a web application, so it's not a mobile application. You can enter it through a website. And because we have then, during our webinar, we'll have more time to show it in practice and to talk about it. So it's just a short introduction, and then you'll learn more about that. And the third thing is the Parents Guide to Media Literacy in 6 languages. I will pass my word to Arya in a minute. so that she presents the idea of the guide. Then what we plan as a dissemination, so we like as many people as we can to be able to know about the project and to use the project results that we produce. So there is a Facebook fan page, webinars, newsletters, and in each of the countries we'll organize so-called multiplier events, so conferences and seminars promoting the training program and also the parents guide and the web application that we have prepared. I think that's enough for a short introduction. Thank you very much. And please, Valerio, could you?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Anna. I come back to my screen, but just to give the floor to Arja Rauchenberg, that will tell us something. I'm just happy to pronounce your name. You told me that I'm able to do that, so I repeat it. She can introduce us something about the Parents Guide for parents. Of course, this is a guide that we are still preparing in the frame of our project, but it's really quite advanced. Please, Arja, if you have your microphone open, you can tell us something about this guide and what's the aim of and so on. Okay, the floor is yours. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Valerio, and for having practiced so hard to pronounce my name correctly. This is wonderful. I usually get very different and sometimes unidentifiable versions, so this is really great. What we see on the screen, however, is a girl with her dog on her arm, so I'm not sure whether that is part of your presentation, but anyway, I'm just going to introduce very briefly what we're still working on, because what you have seen till now and what Anna has presented, the training program and also the web app are already finished. They are, thank you, yes, they are being translated, and they will be available in the 6 languages, as Anna mentioned. While for the guide for parents, that will be a handbook that should outlast actually by hopefully a long time the end of the project, and should be available also in the 6 languages in a printed but also in a web form. You will then find it on the website, and we are currently putting it together. We are receiving the chapters from all the partners. And the chapters deal with the same topics that we also deal with in the training program. So a part is dedicated to a general overview on media literacy, communication, and media management. Another part is dedicated to the dangers, but also to the opportunities. So you will find a part on, for example, cyberbullying, grooming, and other dangers, and also the opportunities like content creation, for instance. That is very important. And there will also be a guide to how to use the web app for people who will not have the possibility to attend a training, but who would still like to use that media application, that web application that Anna just showed you, and that Luisa will introduce a little later, and that you will have the opportunity to test a little bit. So thank you very much. That was it from my side. We will present the guide at another webinar in September, more in depth. Today we will concentrate on the first 2 outputs of the project, and the third one will then be presented at the next webinar. So stay tuned for what is coming up. There's still some news that you will discover when you attend the next webinar. So thank you very much, and back to you, Valerio. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arja. You just gave some important information about the future of our project. We can anyway talk about it later again. It's important for our audience to know what we are doing and what we are going to do in the next months for this project. Anyway, I think that very interesting part, just what we could listen from. This guide would be an important tool for us, just because it will be really a handbook, very easy to use and always available for all the parents, apart from the rest of our intellectual outputs, where we are developing different products for from the project. But anyway, we can enter now with a new presentation from Zoe Bazzi from IDEC, because she will go talking to us and telling something about the first important tool that is just ready. It is provided by training materials that will be used during the training course that any trainer will provide in the future when using these materials in front of parents that need some information about all of this. Zoe, I think that you can share your screen now. I gave you the permission to do it. Okay, here you are. And please tell us something about this big work that we did with the training material for parents and for trainers, of course, first of all.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's start with the training program. The training program is the first result that Anna was referring to. It is ready, and we are ready to do some workshops with you. And this is why we are giving you, let's say, a sneak preview of our training course. Just keep in mind what already Anna had said, that the workshop with parents are going to be implemented in your national language, so it would be even easier to attend the pilot implementation of our training course. And we hope that you will decide and you will be motivated to join. So today I'm going to present you why this program is designed for you. I'm going to give you an overview of the training curriculum, and I'm going to present you some selected training material just to see how the presentations are structured and what to expect from our training course. So, I'm sorry for that. I don't know what is happening. Okay, so MELI for Parents training course is a training program designed for you. And this is the main advantage and the main motive for choosing MELI for Parents in order to be trained in media literacy. It is specifically designed for parents of school-age children in order to cover their actual needs. It is also important to say that the training curriculum, which has been developed and I'm going to present you in a while, is not based on some abstract research, let's say. It is based on a survey that was addressed to you. It was addressed to parents, where we collected 550 responses from Bulgaria by Academy, from Cyprus by Emphasis, from Greece by IDEC, from Italy by therein, from Poland from Map of Passion Foundation, and from other EU countries by the European Parents Association. So what you will see are the results translated into a curriculum that you gave us so we know now we know which are the needs of the parents, and we base the whole curriculum on your needs. Also, why choosing MELI for Parents training program? Because media literacy is critical for being a role model, as Valerio said in the beginning, to your children, because parents need to be a role model for their children. And at last but not least, COVID-19 has accelerated the need for media literacy of the whole population, and especially for parents, as children are exposed to many risks and are online more than ever. I hope you're motivated enough, and now I'm moving to the training curriculum. So, as Anna already said in the introduction, the structure of our training course has 3 levels. We have basic, intermediate, and advanced, with 5 workshops of 2 hours duration. So the total duration of our program is 30 hours. Which are the objectives of our program, of our training course? Is to enable parents to negotiate and set boundaries in the use of media in their family, to show interest in the children's activities with media, to be aware of the dangers that exist and manage them, and to acquire some technical knowledge on how to use digital media, and, of course, to be a role model. The learning outcomes. What are you going to learn if you attend our training? The partners will be able to, first, at the basic level, to recognize the demand for search for and assess and retrieve information media content. At the intermediate level, you will be able to understand, assess, and evaluate information and media. And at the advanced level, by concluding the advanced level, you will be able also to create, utilize, and monitor information and media content. The thematic units that you have decided to include in the training curriculum are the following. There's cybersecurity, parental controls, disinformation, distinguishing fake news and traditional and digital media, privacy and digital footprints, internet addiction, family media management, role models and stereotypes, online privacy, children behavior on media, cyberbullying and hate speech online, sexting, sextortion and grooming, building communication and trust between family members, and economic, social and cultural aspects of media. In detail, when you will enter the basic level of our training course, you are going to do the following 5 workshops. The first one is comprised by family media management and building communication and trust between family members. The second one is about children behavior on media and popular applications. Also in the second unit, we have cybersecurity. The third workshop is about internet addiction. The fourth is about parental control tools. And the fifth is about cyberbullying and hate speech online. At the intermediate level, the 5 workshops are again family media management, which is one level at a little bit higher level. Building communication and trust between family members, online privacy, cybersecurity, disinformation, role models and stereotypes, parental control tools, more advanced here, and cyberbullying and hate speech online, again at a more advanced level. At the third and last level of our training course, you can do 5 workshops again of 10 hours duration. It's the first one, it's the family media management. The second one is about privacy and digital footprints, advanced information on cybersecurity, economic, social, and cultural aspects of media, role models and stereotypes, parental control tools at a high level, and digital content creation. That is why for the learning outcomes referred to creating content at the advanced level. So now let's have a look of how the training is going to be conducted. Today I'm only going to show you some slides, but keep in mind that our training includes PowerPoint presentations, okay? We include in these interactive activities with the audience. We give you tips. The guide is also going to support you through the training. And there are going to be videos, there are going to be quizzes in order to assess your knowledge and the learning outcomes. And we tried hard in order to create a very interesting and engaging program. So today I'm going to show you just some of the slides because the time is limited. So in the framework, let's say, of the unit cyberbullying, among others, you are going to be given tips about, is my child cyberbullied? How you can recognize that your child is cyberbullied? You see that the whole presentation is built on the needs of the parents. So it is addressed specifically to you, and it's going to give you information that you can exploit with your children. So there's some tips on how to recognize if your child is being cyberbullied. Let's say if he avoids social situation or groups with friends, if he has unusual emotional responses, if he suddenly spends less time on the social media platforms, and if new members or unknown messages suddenly appear on his phone. Also some tips about the possibility of your child to be a cyberbully and not cyberbullied. 5 signs that we have recognized and we're sharing with you is aggressiveness, impulsiveness, poor tolerance, lack of empathy, and lack of guilt. Moving on to the learning unit of cybersecurity, which is going to be taught at all 3 levels. We can see that the learning outcomes expected are the ad blockers. You will understand what is an ad blocker. You will learn about public networks and how to protect yourself from public networks. You will learn about email and attachments, mobile device security. For instance, we have the do's and don'ts in order to stay safe on a public Wi-Fi network. Moving to the learning unit of disinformation. You will be we will share some tips in order to distinguish if the news are fake or not. For instance, in order to distinguish if the news are fake, you should examine the source, read the content, check the author, is it a joke, and check your biases. In addition, we provide you with tips for coaching your kids. In the learning unit of role models and stereotypes, you are going to learn what is digital parenting and what could be our tips in order to be a digital life model for your child. As you can see, there's no work emails at home, no phones at hands when you pick kids from school, no devices in the bedroom, no Facebook until your kids go to school or to bed, and no week without tech-free activities. These are just some of the tips. Also, what parents can teach to their children: to be moral, to recognize, to feel empathy, to change and accept. Moving to the learning unit of parental control tools. Among others, you are going to learn how to set download controls, how to control the web browsers, the popular web browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and Safari. And I would like to close my presentation with a question. I was wondering, would you give your car keys to your child without supervision and training? We guess not. So the Meli partnership advises you to follow the same approach for the keyboard, because the keyboard, it opens the door to the digital world to your children. So follow our training course and learn more to protect better. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks to you. Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Zoe. And before going on, just a quick reflection on what you were telling about before. Is to say about the different levels of competencies that we took under consideration during our activities along the project. Let's say a basic level, an intermediate level, and an advanced level. Just to say that these three levels corresponds more or less, but anyway, we as partners, we took account also of the different levels of difficulties that parents have to face according to the age of their children or teens. I tell you this just because all the training program that was prepared had a look to this important distinction on the age of children. And it is reflected also and maybe mostly on the second tool that we are going to introduce you now, because it's really into the activities included in the web app that it was possible to provide different activities for different age of children. And this was important, and how to say, tell me, let me say, it was not easy because you never know if an activity can be good for maybe children of 6, 7, and 9 years old of age, or maybe older according to the country where they are living, different social context, and so on. We tried to do all of that, creating really many activities, and now our colleague Luisa Cacrimani from Heart and Solution can tell us something about all of this, because this is really the most interactive tool that we are providing through this project, and it's very, very important for us to know better what is the situation with, because our parents need to know it. So, Luisa, if you want, I can say that the screen is yours. You should be able now to manage the situation and to give us your presentation about the web app for parents. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Valerio. I hope you see the right screen. Is that right? Okay,
yeah,
great.
we can see it. That's good.
So the web application is incorporated in the official project's website, which is mailforparents.eu. You can go in our website to have access on the web application. For having access, you have to log in or register. The first time you have to register. So you should complete your email, your password, name, and some other information such as your telephone, your age, number of children, your country, and how often you would like to receive notifications. The web application gives you the opportunity to receive often notifications about some proposed activities. So you can choose to receive notifications by email or SMS. If you want to receive notifications by SMS, then you have to complete your telephone number here. And regular notifications based on your preferences will be sent on you with proposed activities in which you can just click on the link, and the link will direct you to the web application here. So I will log in because I have already many accounts, but you can create an account now if you want. So I'm going here to the web app, and here is the web application with all the activities we have developed. So all the activities have some filters, and we have developed activities based on 3 main categories, which is family and media, challenges, dangers and opportunities, and prevent and protect. So each category have a specific subcategory. So we have included many subcategories in the different categories. So for example, here on challenges, we have internet addiction and cyberbullying. We have also developed several different types of activities. There are 4 types of activities. The first type is tips, guidance and instruction. We have quizzes. We have some discussions, storytelling and reflection. We have some videos. You can also choose the language you want from here. The time the application is ready only in English, but during the next months we have it in other languages too. As my colleague said before, we have developed training material based on 3 different levels of difficulty. Sorry. So we have the material for basic level, the intermediate level, and the advanced level. You can choose the category, the activities you want. Depends on which people from your family will follow these activities. So you can choose an activity only for your parents, or you can choose an activity that can be done by you or your children. So you can click here on family. We have also developed, as Valerio said, different activities based on different age groups for your children. So we have activities for children that are under 7 years old, and for young teens that are 8 until 12 years old, and for teenagers from 13 to 18-year-old. You can also here choose if you want to use headphones. This applies for the activities that include the videos, and the duration of the activity. Some activities are under 5 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, 15 to 30, and some others are more than 30 minutes. So here you can click on the filters to choose anything you want. You can go to, I can click on one activity just to see what it's like. I can click here on the legal provisions activity. So it directs me to the activity page. Here on the side we have all the information about the activity, category, subcategory, the type, language, and all the other filters represented here. So here we have an image, and this is a quiz. So here is the quiz. I can click on the answer and then submit. This is the correct answer. Actually, great. If this is the correct answer, you can see that it's indicated in green color. Otherwise, the wrong answer is indicated in the red color. And when you click on the answer, and feedback always appears, which explains the correct answer. Here you can have the references, which is the reference for the photo, and we can rate the activity if you want. So I can click here on the activity, and I can see here that there is one vote on specific activity, which is my vote, and the average score is 5. I can click here an activity and set it as favorite activity if I want, if I like this activity, and I can mark this activity as completed. So now if I go back to the activities, I can see that this activity is favorite because here the color of the heart has changed. So this favorite activity, I have completed the activity because I see that there is a tick icon. And I can also see the favorite and complete activities if I go to my profile. So if I go here to my account, I will see on the top of my account, I will see all the information I gave upon the registration, which is my name, surname, age, number of children, country, etc. And here I can see my favorite activities and my complete activities. So if I click here on the activity I just completed, I can go here to the page of the activity again. So now I will show you some activities from different types. So I will show an activity from quiz. I can go here to the tips. Can go to one activity. Okay, so here we have another activity, which is, sorry. Okay. Okay, here we are to another activity with tips. So here is the text which we can read and apply with and implement it with your children. So we have here some tips about how to keep your child online. And then we have a reference of the activity. So if you click on the link here, we can go to the website where we found the source of the activity. The different type is discussion. Okay. Can go here this activity, and this is a discussion activity. So this is a topic which you can discuss with your children. Specific activities about TikTok. And then lastly, we have the video, which is we can go here and just see a video about specific topic. So if you click here, you can see the video. You can also click here to watch the video on YouTube channel. And these are the different types of the activities. So if you want to search a specific topic, you can also click here. For example, I will search on Wi-Fi. Okay, so here I will see all the activities which is relevant to my search, such Wi-Fi, and I can see here that all the activities have in the titles include the word Wi-Fi, but also there are other activities which include the word Wi-Fi inside of them. So I can click on specific activity. I can go here. This activity, this activity is it's a tips activity, I think, yes, it's tips activity. Here you can see also that others have rated this activity, so the average score is again 5, but here you can see that there are 2 votes, so 2 other users have rated this activity. Okay, I think that we're out of time, so I will stop my presentation here. I don't know if you have any questions or some things that you want to discuss about the web application.
Yes, Luisa, I think that we can maybe really wait for some questions or intervention from our audience if anyone would like to ask something. But waiting for the questions, I would like to underline that your presentations let us understand what are the great potentials of this application. It's really with a friendly aspect, and I would say that it was developed from your organization as a really easy to use app that is possible to enter through a normal computer, let's say through the website of our project, but it's possible also, as you reminded before, to receive some sort of push messages through SMS or email in order to have always available some activities through smartphones, tablets, or other portable devices that anyone can use nowadays. So really interesting and really good. And I think that, I don't want only to say good things about what we did, but honestly, I think that your organization specifically created and developed this application in a very clever way that nowadays can allow anyone, any kind of parent, to enter the website and to navigate through the activities and to discover what it's possible to do with. So this is very important, and we are confident about our results. Tell me, please.
Thank you. Also, I think I didn't mention that we have many activities, I think over 300 activities. So we can everyone who registers to the application can see many activities, so and we'll keep informed about the several notifications. So we have choices to see the activities they want anytime.
Yeah, so it is something quite impossible that a parent is not able to find out an activity of his interest. We really provided all kind of possible activities, so we are really confident about the result we will have, really. Okay, thank you very much. Let's wait anyway some minutes just to check if we have any hand raised or some question coming through the GoToWebinar platform where we are working now, but so far I didn't see anyone. If anyone want to, I can also allow you to open your microphone. So if you want to give us a question with your direct voice, you audience of this webinar, you are available the platform and you can do it. I can wait some time, but in the meanwhile, I would like just to remind all of you that we will provide, as we were saying before, a second webinar in September, just to give you an update on these tools and probably with a clearer sight of the parents guide, because in these coming few weeks, we will go to the finish line also for these tools. So when we can meet again in September, also the parents guide will be ready, and Aria Krauchenberg will be able to present it and to give us a general overview of this document we are going to finish now. And secondly, yes, these webinars, of course, are in English language, just because they are involving parents in all the partners country. And so, of course, we have to delete in English in order to allow anyone to understand what we were saying. But also the second webinar will be in English, but in each country, our partners, including, of course, therein for us in Italy, will provide a multiplier event, so-called, that's to say, a local presentation of the project, about its results, about the aims of the project, about the general background that was existing when we started this project, and so on. So it's not a problem if any people are not able to follow these webinars, just because there's a threshold provided by the English language. But the multiplier events will be available in local language. So anyone, any parent, any local organization, any local stakeholder will be able to get it and to reach more precise information and expressed maybe in a clearer way. So I think that these multiplier events will go probably in the last part of this year. I don't know if any partner already scheduled the precise date for his multiplier event. In Italy, we didn't. I want to be honest. We are talking about, and probably it will be in end of November or first week of December, more or less that period. And I think that all the other partners will do the same, provided that, and that's important to be underlined, we will have really this 3-month extension that we thought about for this project. So if it's true that the project will go to its end at the beginning of next year and not at the end of October of this year, we can provide we will provide these multiplier events at the local level in the end of the year. But we will inform all of you, of course, during the next webinar, that's to say in September, probably the first half of September. That was the decision agreed by all the partners. Another issue, while I check, but I see that so far we gone having no questions. It means probably that we were very clear with our presentations, let's hope. And so last and probably really last issue about this project and webinar, just to inform all of you that one of the aims of this webinar was also for us as partners to collect people, parents, but also maybe teachers, parents organizations, representatives, and so on. We collect people for a new activity, that's to say, the trial we want to perform of the training program that Zoe Bazzi showed us in the first part of this webinar. It means that, of course, when you prepare and provide a training program along a project like this, before the finish line, you need to test this training program, and you need to have parents available and mainly interested to get it and to go through the general activities and to check if everything really works and to provide anyway, if necessary, some suggestions to us in order to improve the quality of our products. So this trial, this piloting phase of our training program was scheduled in the next month of September and October. Of course, if you go on checking our websites, newsletters, and other communication means that we use, including Facebook and other social media, you will discover the precise date of development of this piloting phase. But anyway, we need and we want to have people with us for this trial. So exactly 1 hour after the end of this meeting, all of you attendees will receive an email with a quick explanation of what I told you now, and most important, with a link you can use to let us receive your availability and data to take part to this trial we will have for the training program in the next few times. So we are going to do that, and we hope you will be numerous in our next activities. Please go on filling out this questionnaire that you will receive. You will have only to fill in few lines and few questions, including your name and surname, your email, your declaration of availability to take part to this pilot phase. Of course, your data will be collected in respect of the GDPR rules. It means that your data that we are collecting in this way will not be provided to anyone else, but will remain internal to our organization of the project, and specifically under the responsibility of our coordinator in Poland, Map of Passions Foundation. I think that's all I had in mind, but no questions, no hands raised. I just asked my colleagues and the other partners if maybe I forgot something, and if you want to add something to what we already communicated. If it isn't, I think we can say hello and nice weekend and wish nice weekend to anyone. Now it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Italy, 6 o'clock in our eastern countries. So I think it's the right time to start our weekend. I wish the best to all of you, partners and audiences. And let's keep in touch, and let's meet again for the next webinar we will have in September, sorry. And okay, go on taking a look to Meli for Parents project. I think we can finish here if you don't think we have anything to say anymore. No questions. Okay, I can go to the closing phase. Thanks again to all of you, and bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. See you.
See you. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Thank you.